Get out my kitchen, sweat. Ayy, let that boy cook, knife, let that boy chef, fork, let that boy cook, pot, let that boy swag, chef, let that boy cook, knife, let that boy chef, fork, let that boy cook, pot, let that boy swag, now let that boy cook, let that.
Oh, hi there. Today we're going to be learning about how to find probabilities using the standard normal table, which is specifically P of x is less than A, P of x is more than A, and P of A is less than X is less than B.
Let that boy cook, knife, let that boy chef, fork, let that boy cook, pot, let that boy.
Alright, so let's start out with an example.
Let that boy cook, knife, let that.
Let's say we have an example where vehicles speed down a highway and the mean speed that they go is 65 miles per hour. And the standard deviation is 5 miles per hour. And we are finding the probability that a vehicle goes 73 miles per hour or less. First, what we want to do is we want to find our z-score, which is x minus mu over the standard deviation. So our x in this case is 73, our mu is 65, and our standard deviation is 5. So with that, we get a z-score of 1.6.
Let that boy cook.
Our z-score. Z-score. We want to get your stats textbook. For AP Stats, it should be this one. And you go in the back and you're going to find over here your standard normal probabilities table. So with our z-score of 1.6, we could see that 1.60, we have a probability that the vehicles are going less than 73 miles per hour is 94.52%. Alright, so now that you should understand our less than probabilities, let's try a greater than probability. Let's say we have a problem where the pulse rates of adult females have a mean of 75 beats per minute, and with a standard deviation of 8 beats per minute. Let's say we want to find if someone has a heartbeat of 85 beats per minute or more. Okay, so essentially it's the same strategy. What we want to do is we want to find our z-score, which we talked about last time. So in this case, the z-score for this time is going to be 85 minus 75 over 8. This is 10 over 8, which equals 1.2. That's our z-score right here. This one, the z, that's the z-score. This right here, this 1.2, this, right, that's the z. All right, good. All right, so now we have our z-score, which, by the way, if you didn't get before, was this over this, right, the 1 point, all right, I'm just going to write it, 1.2, that z-score.
All right, so now we have our z-score, which, by the way, disregard that, it's not 1.2, it's 1.25. Make sure you always put that decimal place if it's available. Now we got to go to our standard normal probabilities table in the textbook, and we find 1.25 right here, which is 0.8944, right here, right here, right here, right here. And so now we're going to go over here, disregard that, that's a mistake. We're going to take 1, we're going to minus it by 0.8944, which is equal to 1056. Don't forget the decimal place. And that is the probability that the pulse rate in beats per minute is more than 85. Alright, so now that we know how to find our less than and greater than probabilities, let's try and find our in-between probability, the probability that A is less than X is less than B. So we know that the mean for IQ scores is 100 with a standard deviation of 15. We want to find out what proportion of IQ scores fall between 100 and 130. So to do this, we must find a z-score for both the probability that it's 100 and the probability that it's 130. So to start, let's start off with 100. So the X is 100, and the mean also being 100, the probability is 0. Since now that we found that, we have to find the z-score for 130. Take that, that's 30 over 15 with a z-score of 2. Now we have our z-scores of 0 and 2, we have to find what's in between them, our x. So what we're going to do is, we're first going to go to our table and find our probabilities when it's 0, which is 0.5, right here, and when it's 2, which is 0.9772. So let's go and write these down. We got 0.5 and 0.9772. So in order to find what's in between our x, we got to take 0.9772, subtract it by 0.5000, and with that, we get 0.4772, which is a probability that the IQ scores are between 100 and 130.
Let that boy cook, knife, let that boy chef. Fork, let that boy cook. Pot, let that boy sweat. Chef.